Welcome to Fun Facts Daily, your source for just the good stuff. Monday through Friday, we're bringing fun facts and news you can use, all carefully curated to uplift and inform. So give yourself a break, relax, and learn something awesome in just a few minutes every day. Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to Fun Facts Daily. I'm your host Kyle Wood, and today we'll be learning a bit about clouds. But before we get into the facts, let's warm up our brains with a little challenge to see if you can tell fact from fiction. Consider this, clouds are so light and fluffy they can float on air. Some people say gravity has no pull on them because they're weightless. Is that true? It's hard to imagine them having any sort of significant weight, otherwise they'd fall out of the sky, right? What do you think? We'll find out at the end of the episode. Now for your word of the day. Our word for today is nimbus. Nimbus is a Latin word meaning cloud, mist, or rainstorm. When we talk about clouds, nimbus specifically refers to a cloud that is producing precipitation, like rain, snow, or hail. You might hear it in terms like nimbostratus or cumulonimbus. The use of nimbus in meteorology dates back to the early 19th century when Luke Howard, an English pharmacist and amateur meteorologist, proposed a classification system for clouds. He used Latin terms to describe their appearance and characteristic, and nimbus was a crucial part of identifying rain-bearing clouds. Time for your daily high five, our top 5 fun facts about clouds. Number 1. The Earth's atmosphere holds an astonishing amount of water, enough that if all of it fell as rain at the same time, it would cover the entire planet in about an inch of water. While we mostly notice water when it's in clouds or falling as precipitation, a massive amount of water exists as invisible water vapor in the atmosphere at any given moment. This global reservoir of moisture is constantly evaporating from oceans, lakes, and rivers, and then condensing to form clouds before eventually returning to the surface as rain or snow. It's a continuous dynamic process that keeps our planet hydrated. This incredible volume of atmospheric water is a crucial component of Earth's water cycle, essential for all life. So remember, the air around us is not just empty space, but a complex system holding a truly staggering amount of water in various forms. Number 2. The highest clouds in Earth's atmosphere are called Noctilucent clouds, and they glow after the sun has set because they're so high up they still catch its light. Noctilucent clouds, also known as night shining clouds, are the highest clouds in our atmosphere, forming in the mesosphere at altitudes of about 47 to 53 miles high, or 76 to 85 kilometers. They're composed of tiny ice crystals and are only visible during twilight when the sun is below the horizon, but still illuminating these extremely high altitude clouds. This unique positioning makes them appear to glow with an ethereal electric blue or silver color against the darkening sky. These rare and beautiful clouds are most commonly observed at high latitudes during the summer months. Scientists believe their increasing frequency in recent decades might be linked to climate change, as changes in atmospheric conditions could be contributing to their formation. Number 3. It can literally rain fish, or frogs, or worms in a phenomenon known as animal rain, although it's not actually clouds doing that raining. It's hard to believe, but animal rain is an actual, though rare, documented meteorological phenomenon. It occurs when strong updrafts, often associated with powerful thunderstorms or tornadoes, suck up small animals from bodies of water or land. These animals, which can include fish, frogs, even birds, are then carried high into the atmosphere and transported for considerable distances. Eventually, as the winds weaken or the storm dissipates, these animals are released from the clouds and fall to the ground. In this case, the cloud isn't forming the animals, but rather just acting as a transporter for them. While animal rain is a real natural phenomenon, it has to be a shocking and surreal experience. Number 4. Clouds don't actually move themselves. They're carried along by wind, essentially just going with the flow of the atmosphere. Clouds are entirely at the mercy of the prevailing winds. Just like a ship at sea is propelled by ocean currents, clouds are passively transported by the air currents around them. Different layers of the atmosphere often have winds blowing in different directions and at varying speeds, which is why you might sometimes see clouds at different altitudes moving in opposite directions. This passive movement is a fundamental concept in meteorology. Understanding how wind patterns influenced cloud movement is crucial to forecasting the weather, as it helps meteorologists predict where rain, storms, or clear skies are headed. And our fifth and final fun fact, there's a sort of variation of a rainbow called a cloudbow or a fogbow. A cloudbow, also known as a fogbow, is a rare and beautiful optical phenomenon that occurs under very specific conditions, similar to a rainbow, but with a key difference in how it scatters light. While rainbows form when sunlight interacts with larger raindrops, cloudbows are created when sunlight hits smaller water droplets found in fog or very low-lying clouds. These tiny droplets are typically less than 0.02 of an inch or 0.05 of a millimeter in diameter. Because the water droplets are so small, the light diffracts differently, causing the colors to spread out and overlap significantly. This results in the cloudbow appearing primarily white or very faintly colored, broader, and often more ghostly than a vibrant rainbow. But that's not the cloud's only trick with light. We can also sometimes see rainbow clouds or iridescent clouds, which are patches of beautiful pastel colors like pinks, green, and blues that shimmer within or on the edges of clouds. These vibrant hues occur when sunlight diffracts around water droplets or ice crystals that are all roughly the same size and often seen in altocumulus, cirrocumulus, or lenticular clouds. Both cloudbows and iridescent clouds are dazzling examples of atmospheric optics, turning the sky into a natural light show. Now for some news you can use. While a dark cloud almost always means precipitation is likely, you can actually look for a few clues to determine if it's going to be a gentle, steady rain, or if you should seek shelter because a big storm is brewing. It's all about becoming a savvy cloud detective. Rain clouds will generally be flat, uniform, and spread out across the sky like a dark gray blanket. These are often nimbostratus clouds, and while they can be quite dark due to their density, they lack the dramatic towering structures. They'll typically bring a steady, light to moderate downpour that can last for a while, but without the intense wind, lightning, or heavy bursts associated with severe weather. But if you see a cloud that's not only dark, but also appears incredibly tall, towering high into the sky like a gigantic mountain, especially if it has a distinctive, flat anvil top, that's a cumulonimbus cloud, a major sign of a thunderstorm. These clouds indicate powerful updrafts that can unleash heavy downpours, strong winds, frequent lightning, and even hail or tornadoes. You might even spot specific ominous features like a low-hanging wedge-shaped shelf cloud at the leading edge. So remember to look up, observe those shapes, and stay safe by knowing the difference. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. At the beginning of the episode, I asked, do you think clouds float because they're weightless? Well, that's a fallacy. While it seems counterintuitive, a single cumulus cloud can weigh over 1 million pounds. So clouds definitely are not weightless. The reason they float isn't because they lack weight, but because the air underneath them is even heavier. Think of it like a boat floating on water. A boat is heavy, but it floats because it displaces a weight of water equal to its own. Similarly, a cloud, despite its immense weight, is less dense than the surrounding warmer air below it. The tiny water droplets and ice crystals that make up a cloud are spread out over a very large volume. Warm air rises, and as it rises, it carries these cloud particles with it. So clouds float because the overall density of the cloud is less than the density of the air it displaces. It's a wonderful example of buoyancy at work, just on a massive scale. Now, I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about clouds with me today. Be sure to tune in every weekday for even more fun facts. Fun Facts Daily is an Airwave Media podcast. It was written, recorded, mixed, and edited by me, Kyle Wood. Thanks for sharing a part of your day with me. Be sure to follow Fun Facts Daily on your favorite podcast app so you can keep the good stuff coming your way every day. And if you like the show, please do me a favor and leave a kind rating, review, or just tell your friends about it.